Hello, everyone. All right, I think we're ready to start. In fact, I love the look of this crowd. And I will say, our panelists, I am going to have to insist that you come up here. But with that, as I've mentioned to some, I love to get to know our audience, and especially our panelists should, where am I? How many seats? Are we short a seat? Oh, there we go, we got enough. So I would like our panelists to know our audience, which does mean that we're going to pass the mic, and please introduce yourself, your organization, and anything like that. And I can actually start. My name's Gail Powley. I'm president of Technology Alberta. We are an organization that's passionate about building community and connecting entrepreneurs. And I see so many great entrepreneurs and community members in the audience. And this is a great place to start with Sarkamir. If you guys we'll give you a mic. And please, just a one-line introduction to your company, and then pass the mic to the next person.
Excellent. Everybody hear me okay? I'm Harpal Mandaher. I go by Manny. I'm the CEO, co-founder of Sarkamir Dynamics. We are building a robotic hand that mimics the human hand, so we could automate jobs that so far could only be done by human beings. That's a good news story. Don't be afraid for your job just yet. We got a couple more years to go until we perfect it. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Colin Gallant. I'm a reporter for Taproot Edmonton. We're an online news platform, and we help Edmonton and its region, the communities here, understand themselves better. And that includes covering things like technology and business. So feel free to talk to me if you're doing something cool and exciting during the networking session.
Hello, my name is Mark. I am a physics PhD student at the University of Alberta. And my thesis is on using machine learning to work on geoscience data.
Hi, my name is Raj Jaiswal. I'm representing Northern Alberta Business Incubator. This is in St. Albert. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amanda McDonald. I'm an Economic Development Officer with the City of St. Albert.
Hi, my name's Sophia, and I work with Boris at Frontech Solutions, and you will be hearing more about his business, I'm sure, soon enough, because he's on the panel.
Hello, my name is Peter Krasinski. I work for the Manufacturing Export Enhancement Cluster. So we're hosting a Smart Manufacturing Technology Expo in Red Deer, April 4 and 5. So it's all about connecting solution providers and smart manufacturing solution providers with manufacturers and helping manufacturers learn about digital technologies, automation, anything Industry 4.0. If that sounds interesting, come and find me later. Thank you.
And Technology Alberta will be there. We look forward to it.
Gail, you didn't say that we have to all introduce ourselves. Is this how, yes? Oh no. So my name's Jim Qualley. I'm a consultant for the time being. I founded Levin Electronics, a smart home manufacturer, back in 2011, and now I'm doing new things or looking for new opportunities.
Hi everyone, my name is Gamesh, and I am a student at NAIT for computer engineering. Oh, and I work at Uniqlo.
Hi, my name is Hoda Sobo. I am working on a femtech startup. It's called Naya. Our goal is to provide virtual care to women in menopause, because menopause is a huge issue facing women and affecting social, health, and economic spheres. Our goal is to, we're working with the University of Alberta to build out an AI-powered model that'll help us to provide more comprehensive assessments. I'm also used to be with Intellimedia, one of the co-founders of that company, so glad to be here.
Hi everyone, my name is Konstantin. I'm a founder of a company called MaxLab.io, and we are a hardware company making camera devices that are using machine vision and AI to do funny, cool, magical stuff with machine vision.
Hello, my name is Ishra. I'm a recent graduate at NATE for computer engineering technology, and currently in a B.Tech program full-time. I'm here for the new opportunities and for the pie as well.
Hi, my name is Gulam, and I'm with Samitech. I just completed my PhD, and today is first day. I'm here for the first time. I don't know what will happen with me.
Hi, I'm Sushmita. I am a chemical engineering PhD student at the University of Alberta with a certificate in innovation and entrepreneurship. I'm hoping to work in the innovation space one day.
And she's a first jobs graduate.
Yeah, everybody, my name is Murray Whitby, and I'm the founder of a company called Policy Protech. It's a compliance consulting company. I help organizations achieve their goals for regulatory compliance, standards compliance, and risk control. And in my spare time, I'm a publicly elected member of the Senate of the U of A, so I'm here on that behalf as well.
Hi, my name is Graham. My last name's complicated. I work for Nanoprecise. I'm the Chief Commercial Officer. We have an office in this building, and we've been a great beneficiary of the amazing ecosystem for innovation and entrepreneurs in Alberta. So I just want to give a shout out to all of those organizations.
Hey, I'm Matt with NanoPrecise as well, and I'm on the customer success and condition monitoring side. So we're taking a look at the health and condition of rotating equipment.
Hey guys, my name is Ziad. I'm the hardware and manufacturing lead at NanoPrecise as well. See, 3 people from NanoPrecise and our CEO is on the panel. Very excited to be here and very excited to hear from all the panelists, so thank you guys.
Hello everyone. My name is Jonas Harala. Recently I started a business in software development, outsourcing to highly capable and talented individuals in Ethiopia, which is my home country. Previously, I used to work in oil and gas for Suncor for 4.5 years. So if you have any questions about the oil and gas industry, I'm very happy to be of service.
Hi, my name is Reza, founder and CEO of Semitechnic, and Golam is our first job seeker here. And we do power semiconductors and manufacturing, and it's glad to see you here.
Hi, my name is Lee Iverson. I'm with McCune University's Work Integrated Learning Program. So if you have any questions about student employment and ways to interact on campus, definitely reach out.
Hi everyone, I'm Raymond Casey, co-founder of RJ's Biosciences, biotech company in Edmonton. We're working on cancer gene therapy.
Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm currently doing my MyTech's postdoctoral research fellow research with RJ's Biosciences and University of Alberta.
Hi everyone, my name is Jingjing Zhang, so spelled Jingjing. Last name is Zheng. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm a founder and CEO of BUApp. It's BEYOO. It's the North America's first Asian influencer marketing platform, which connects brands, consumers to Asian influencers. So influencers with large followings on social media of Asian descent in the US and Canada. So we're launching in May. The web app address is bu.app, so BEYOO.app. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name is Pierre, and I'm just a student at CDI College for cybersecurity.
Hello everyone, my name is Tony. I'm postdoc at U of A. I'm developing machine learning approaches for mental health.
Hello everyone, my name is Jeff Sawala, and I'm also a PhD student at the University of Alberta in computational psychiatry, where we use AI for early diagnostic and screening processes. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Horatio. I'm a project manager with Technology Alberta, and I ordered the pies, so I hope you're enjoying them.
Most important person here. Hi, my name is Kelvin. I'm from NRC-IRAP. We help companies innovate and grow. Myself, I work with the software and AI space primarily.
Afternoon, everybody. Rick Davidson. I'm with Alberta Innovates Technology Development Advisor. A number of you have been clients of mine in the past, and it's thrilling to see how successful you've all become. I'm the dumb guy in the room.
Not at all. In fact, Rick has many, many connections, so anyone who's looking to meet someone or has any questions, that's the man to talk to.
Hi everyone, I'm Marnie. I'm an intellectual property advisor with Government of Canada, and I'm based here in Edmonton. I can't give legal advice. I can't tell you if your invention is patentable, but I can help you learn the foundations about it, all the different kinds of intellectual property that could be important to your competitive advantage. And I can get you started building an IP strategy and refer you to folks like my friend Calvin, who have dollars to help offset the cost of working with patent agents and such. Really wonderful to see everyone here. Thanks so much for being here.
So great to have you here, Marnie. She's another community connector. Please do connect with her.
Hi everyone, my name is Sarang Dutt. I'm with NRC-IRAP and focus on supporting companies through advisory services, connections, and in some cases, where applicable, NRC-IRAP provides funding and support for execution of projects that enable businesses to grow and develop. So if you're looking particularly on the advisory side for stuff like executive coaching, mentorship, guidance along how to scale up your companies, we're the organization to reach out to. Thanks.
Hi, I'm David Rist. I'm with the Manufacturing Export Enhancement Cluster. I'm the Program Integration Director. Here with Peter Krasinski also today. So I'm overseeing our Lean Accelerator program, as well as I'm right now head into getting everybody, wanting everybody to come out for our Lean Sub-Conference on April 4th. So if you have the chance to come down to Red Deer, we'd love to have you.
And thank you for joining us.
Hi there, I'm Mark from Production AR, and so we do augmented reality for industry. So think long-distance QR codes, basically.
Hello everyone, my name is Reed Woodman. I'm a project manager for Technology Alberta. We're super happy to have you guys here. This is the first time we brought this series to the Advanced Technology Center, and we look forward to being at NABI next month, so we look forward to seeing you all there as well.
Hi, this is Mahadi Said. I'm President and CEO of Clinisys, one of the companies here, and Rick's client. Thank you.
And Mahadi is part of the Edmonton Research Park Business Consortium, as is many of the people in this building and in this park. And people are looking to talk to you, Mahadi, so I'm sending them your way.
Hi, I'm Gaurav, the Technical Product Manager at Element 4, and we build self-sustainable IIoT. And I'm also the one who helped cut the pies, so if you have any complaints, let me know.
Thank you for your help today.
Hi everyone, I'm Julia McKay. I'm the Program Manager at Technology Alberta for the First Jobs Work Integrated Learning Program. We still have applications open for both companies and students, and it's great to see companies here today that have participated and people that have graduated from our program, so thank you.
Hi, I'm Carlene Fuentes, and I'm with the National Research Council IRAP program as well. So I started in this with the program about 20 years ago, been in this building since about 2013, so it's nice to be back. I think this is the first event that I've actually been in person since pandemic, so I'm excited for that. And I'm now, even though I'm in the Prairies and with the Prairies team, I'm actually reporting to a national team of client engagement advisors. So they're kind of like the pre-IRAP. So interesting note, when I first started my job with NRC, I was handed our toll-free line. So I used to say, hello, bonjour, you've reached National Research Council. And now there's actually a team that handles that, and then the intake comes through there, and the leads come, and then it eventually goes on to the ITAs. Whereas I think back in those days, we used to triage by postal code or something like that. So it's come a long way. Anyway, nice to see you all.
So glad to have you with us.
Hi, I'm John Murphy. I'm the CEO of BioStream. We do a point-of-care diagnostic device.
John is also an A100 member and a mentor to many, and you may even have been a co-founder of Technology Alberta, John.
Hi, I'm Diane Harms. I'm also with the National Research Council Industrial Research Assistance Program. This is day 7 for me as an industrial technology advisor, so I don't know anything, but I'm learning, and I would love to talk to you if you are in the ag tech or clean tech space.
Congratulations on your job and your new family. Welcome.
Hi everyone, my name is Saide and I'm a Technology Alberta volunteer. Also, I'm a postdoc at the University of Alberta. I'm working in AI and machine learning projects, and wonderful to see you all.
Hello, I guess I'm the last one. No, I'm Riza, working for Technology Alberta. Yeah, doing marketing. So welcome.
All right. Okay. Well, I think that's a great start. Certainly, I'd say it's my favorite part of the day, but that's not fair to our panelists because you all haven't met our panelists yet. So, Julia, if you could start, get the mic to Rajan, and I'll let everyone introduce themselves.
Maybe I'll stand up. So I'm the founder of a company called NanoSpeed Diagnostics. We are in point-of-care diagnostic space where our tests, they can do the test at the spot from a single drop of blood in 10 minutes.
Hi everybody, my name is Boris Djordjevic. I'm CEO of company Frontech Solutions. We are in software development space, and we'll talk about this a little bit later, what exactly we do.
Hello everyone, thanks for coming and thanks for this opportunity. I'm Sunil Vedula, founder and CEO of Nanoprecise, and a lot of my colleagues are here. And thanks to my partner Graham for lending me this coat. So as you might all know, we are surrounded by electric motors, and electric motor is responsible for 50% of electricity consumption in the world. So what we do at Nanoprecise is make them more smart and efficient, so they can tell us when they're about to fail, and also if they're running, how efficiently they're running.
Hi everyone, my name is Ali. I'm the founder of umay, and our company is helping make rest intentional. We've developed a device to help address your screen time by improving your eye health and your sleep quality. I guess we'll double click on it a little bit later.
So you can hold on to the mic. It is going to be a little bit of, who's on the hot seat, or whoever has the mic is going to be the person to ask the question to. But a little bit of an overview. So Technology Alberta, we love building community. We love giving the entrepreneurs the stage. They have great stories to tell. Often they're too modest. So I'm very pleased that we have 4 of them here today. I have to let you know that I asked for, thinking, these guys are so modest, that they may not actually agree. And so, I need 3, but I'll ask 4. And all of them agreed right away. So I appreciate that. I feel there's a little bit of the fact that when Technology Alberta asks, it's about building community, and they're all there for the community. So thank you, everyone, for agreeing to be here today. So with that, part of being a community, part of being a family is sharing your story. So I have asked each of them to talk a little bit about their background and how they started the company and why. So that's a good place for you to start, Ali.
Sure. So I'll start with my background. Did an undergrad in mechanical engineering, and I did a MBA overseas in Holland. And our story essentially started with me moving back to Canada and visiting my sister for an eye exam, where she diagnosed me with chronic dry eye disease and told me to go home and use a warm, wet towel. And that was kind of the inspiration for developing the product that we have today.
So clearly that wasn't enough for an engineer, just to use a non-tech solution like that.
So I think I already gave our marketing pitch, so I will try to. Yeah, so I'm a mechanical engineer by background, and did MBA from University of Alberta. And I worked in oil and gas sector with companies like Worley Parsons and Suncor on a secondary basis. So, and also with Sherritt International. So that's where I understood this problem of, if the machines fail, all of a sudden the whole plant goes down and everybody goes into, oh, will we meet the target this month? So and that affects everyone's salary, bottom line, everything. And what I figured out that, you know, every material in this world has a certain failure pattern. We all need to just discover that from a very early stage. So we figured out a tech that consists of a hardware and a software. So hardware is an IoT device, and the software is an AI-based software, which can track the machine's degradation, various fault modes of various components inside the machine, and inform just at the right time so that it's not too early or too late. And now we also tell its efficiency, how its efficiency is going down, because it's just pure money. It's dollars, extra dollars that you don't want to waste. And on top of that, now it's about extra carbon emissions that you're losing without even producing extra. So we avoid that with this technology.
So I will explain my story and put it a little bit on a personal level. I was born as a problem solver. As a kid, I was fixing everything I can put my hands on. And then at one point in time, I graduated as telecommunication engineer. And I started solving all kind of problems in City Telecom of 2.5 million users. So I became a little bit famous in that environment of problem solving with electricity being involved. And then I got invitation to go solve a problem in island of Taiwan. So then I went and joined a company, and I solved the problem of using internet to replace telefax machines communicating between the factories and engineering centers in Taiwan and China. That's how I started my company, and that was about 20-some years ago. And I was a consultant initially for big enterprises and factories that are distributing and sourcing products in China for US and Canada. The story goes on. I became solving a problem of companies that, you know, they couldn't find providers for, so I started my own software development company. In 2006, Family Affairs brought me here to Canada. I moved in here in this beautiful building, made lots of friends, and now I still run a software company that has two main product line, solving business automation problems for medium and large enterprises with some really significant names in the different industries. And latest highlight is I got my own building down the road here, and I'm enjoying working in this environment.
Can we talk a little bit about that building? Because it's a good lead-in for Rajan as well.
Oh, yeah. So I was kind of looking for a place to kind of settle. I was kind of graduating from here and say, hey, you're too big to be in the incubator. I really like it here. Say, no, you can't be here. You got to leave. Okay. So I looked around, look at different office spaces. I'm like, maybe I can swing to buy my own building. And then actually I look at the Rajan's lot there, and I was like, I like this lot. This is good. But, you know, am I a house builder? You know, and then there was another building right around the corner from there. It was beautiful, surrounded by trees, you know, just the right fit for me, and I made a bid and bought the building.
And so you run your business and also you rent?
Yeah, so I run a business there. I'm a rally car driver, so that's my second life. I love driving cars and go-karts and everything I can steer and pedal. And I have my shop there for my race program, that we are actually using race program as a marketing tool, as well as helping the multiple charities we get this fun rides for rich people, and they give money and we give it to charity. And we are using that also as promoting our business in a way, and it's been very successful that way. As well, we rent a second part of the building to security company. So if somebody needs security services here, these are the guys, they're really nice. So yeah, that's pretty much how it worked.
Well, I think we all entrepreneurs have the same journey. Yeah, I did my PhD in biochemistry, and then straightway went into academics. And while over there, I realized that these diagnostic tests, they have so much importance, and especially at that point when it takes over a day or a week before you get the results. So that took me to Australia through WHO, and over there we realized that yes, now we have to find a place in North America where we can progress further. So this is how we came to Canada and worked here as a postdoc, joined a company, was fired at the spot, And this is how my company was started. So that's about 25 years ago. So from there, the journey started, and we came out with point-of-care diagnostic as our main forte because of my background with the medical school I worked with. So our first product, when we launched, it was the world's first product as point-of-care diagnostics, which can do vitamin D in a drop of blood in 10 minutes at the spot. So we took that journey along. We were part of this consortium. We were in this building for about 10 years. And as Boris said, when they tried to get us out from this building, he moved to his own building, and I ended up building our own through all these, frustrations and all. So finally, we moved in end of last year, and we are enjoying that building. So with that, we launched a few additional products also. And right now, the one topic which you may also like is we are developing a roadside test for marijuana. That's it. That's my story.
So there's an incubator space in your building, so you are renting that out?
Yes, so we have about 5,000 square feet of space, which is newly built, and that we are trying to find like-minded partners who can come and join us.
So space and mentorship, that's a combo deal.
Okay.
Very good. All right, so I will continue with you, Rajan. So well, let's just go. Fact that, okay, we have life sciences, we have enterprise systems, we have industrial automation monitoring, and we have healthcare. So that's the diverse panel. Everyone originally started here in the Advanced Technology Center. In the Research Park, there are over 55 companies. Over the year, Technology Alberta is going to be working with the Edmonton Research Park Business Consortium to feature 4 companies a month. So that means that we won't get through them all in 1 year, but we'll do our best. And then also, I think we have an open house planned. Isn't that true? You don't have to name the date, but an open house at the party's at your place, Rajan, right?
We would like to do that, yeah.
All right. So one thing I had mentioned before is that these guys have learned so much, and they have advice to give to young companies, as well as they're still growing. They're hiring. So can you talk a little bit about your team and any positions you're hiring for?
Yeah, we're looking for a marketing genius, and we are also looking for a consulting group or consultant who can take us for Health Canada and FDA approval process for our medical devices. And in addition, we are always helpful to the students, and so many students have done their co-op positions or just summer positions, and some of them, they really did good, and we were very happy that some of them are totally exceptional. And I would like to mention about 3 of them, second or third year of university students, and their capability was PhD plus 5 years of experience. That much expertise they brought into the table when they joined us as students.
Oh yeah, we were hiring, and then we hired a couple of guys on Monday, so we'll see how that turns out. If they don't turn out very well, we'll be hiring again, obviously. But I think they're gonna be good. They're young, talented men. We are looking mostly for customer support type people, so friendly people that actually can program in Python, which is very interesting. There's some of the technologies that we are using and know how to manage relational databases. So that's where we are at.
So
you're open up as we grow. Maybe next 6 months, I think we'll reach out to get more people.
Very good. So your software developers work directly with your customers as well?
Yes. Well, they need to have a way of communicating their specifications back and forth, because we are like we are a little bit different companies than other software companies, because what we do is we solve problems that are not solvable by applying out-of-the-shelf enterprise software. So, and that's why we got all these super interesting customers, because they went out to try to find a solution for their problems, and nobody can provide them without massive bills, and they go to all the SAPs and Microsofts and all the other guys, and they get a bunch of integrators and consultants that goes for years and years and years, and then we go there and solve their problems in 6 months. So reason why we can do it is we hire people that actually can solve the problems and understand those problems to code them into the solution that will provide to our clients. That's the secret sauce.
Very good. Thank you. All right, if you can point this, I think you're actually great.
Yeah, hello everyone. So I think we just about our current status, we raised $10 million in funding in Series B in January, thanks to Export Development Canada, affiliated to Government of Canada, Honeywell, NSK Bearings, and ECM&A, which is a boutique investment firm. So we're definitely, have a mandate to grow by at least 200 to 300%, and me and Graham crib about that all the time. So yeah, but for that, definitely we are looking for, I would not say we want to hire responsibly. We're not hiring in hundreds, just want to make sure, set the expectation correct. But we are definitely hiring for 2 people right away. One is basically field engineer. So if you're a US citizen and you can travel to, if you're a Canadian citizen and you can travel to US, that's a plus point. So we definitely need to fill that position now, right? And apart from that, we are also looking for Matt, my colleague, who is leading our condition monitoring and customer success. He is looking for a condition monitoring engineer. So I'm not sure if a fresh graduate will have that experience, but if you know anyone in oil sands sector who has some experience with reliability or maintenance or condition monitoring, please recommend us. We want to hire that now.
Yeah, so we are hiring. Our immediate priority is a head of growth. So someone who has an experience in marketing, branding, sales. We are also going to be hiring for head of product very soon, head of engineering, manufacturing, as well as operations and customer service. So those are all kind of in the next 6 to 8 months we're looking to fill.
Excellent. So, Ali, if you could also start the conversation off on how long you've been an entrepreneur, and what are the key programs that are available in the innovation system that you've used for any of the other entrepreneurial companies who are just getting started?
So in terms of the first question, like how long, I think formally I would say probably since 2014 when I quit my job to pursue umay full-time. Before that, I think I was kind of like Boris, just kind of problem solving, tinkering. I wasn't a very good employee, so I just needed to find other things to do. With respect to the innovation programs, I think I won't forget this, I think our first program was through Alberta Innovates, and it was called the Health Product Development Program. And this program was in its pilot year. They were looking to help companies that had ideas in the health space to develop a proof of concept. And then from that proof of concept, turn it into like a viable business. And so that was our first grant that we got. And if we didn't get that, I don't think we would have kind of done anything right now. Like that was perfect timing, in terms of transition, that really helped us. What was interesting when we got that first grant, we actually co-applied with NRC-IRAP to be able to leverage those funds and hire technical staff, as well as be able to outsource some of the manufacturing or the R&D development. So we were able to kind of use both of those programs simultaneously. Since then, we've leveraged the micro voucher, the commercialization voucher. Our biggest program and kind of one of the biggest milestones we've achieved in our company was through something called the Innovation Solutions Canada program. It used to be formerly known as BCIP, which is Build in Canada First, where the Canadian government is your first customer, and to help commercialize whatever your product is. And so for us, we actually put in a proposal last year for an open call, which is to help the mental health and stress of government employees transitioning to working from home. So we did a big market study with 500 people where they used our REST device for over 6 weeks, and we monitored their eye health, their sleep, their stress, their ability to respond to stressful situations, and we showed dramatic improvements, and it actually has led us to additional kind of interest with the government, and we're kind of following up on that. Those were kind of the main, I want to say, programs that we've leveraged.
Any accelerators?
Yeah, so we participated in, now, accelerators I think everyone should take with a grain of salt, okay? There's nothing more that tests your ego than a bunch of people like talking about your business and whether or not you're making the right decisions or not. But what the programs that we used were, in terms of the accelerators, we participated in the 500 startups as well as the GrowthX accelerator. Those are the two ones that I remember the most.
Yeah, I think in our case, I mean, Rick Davidson is here. You know, thank you, Rick. Without you, we would not have been here, and without you and Alberta Innovates. So that's number one. We used Alberta Innovates commercialization voucher program pretty well. That was for our first hire, Kevin Drinkwater, and then apart from that, we took help of NRC-IRAP a lot. So that was almost got $600,000 of funding from NRC-IRAP. So kudos to NRC-IRAP. Without them, we would not have been here. And I think Western diversification was the third one. So that
Which
was
is now Prairie Scan?
Yes, not Prairie Scan, but the RRRF program. Yeah, triple RF program. But yeah, that was, yes, exactly. Yeah, yeah. But 0% interest rate, right? So, so that was very helpful. But apart from that, I would say, you know, the ecosystem and, you know, the learning from, you know, the mentors, you know, like in my case, I was really lucky to find a good mentor, Brian Craig, you know, who sold his company, Solium Capital, for $1 billion to Morgan Stanley, one of the best exits in Canada and for sure in Alberta. So yeah, it's really important to find a good mentor, right? And it's not easy. So I would say that's one of the best, you know, help, apart from all the fundings and all that, because you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have a right direction, you can burn through that money really quickly, because you don't want to do the mistakes. The smart thing is to not do the mistakes that others have done. The smart thing is to do new mistakes and learn from the mistakes that others have done.
Excellent. Don't repeat any mistakes.
So Frontech is organically grown business that basically built itself on revenues that created by selling its product along the way. So we didn't have, you know, any financial injections or help by anybody else. It was me fighting my battle there with my friends that were helping me along the way. But in order to stay ahead of our competitors, they were with the massive marketing budgets in the enterprise world. We had to reinvent ourselves over and over again, upgrade our platform, and work very, very hard to be ahead of the curve at any point in the time. So NRC helped us massively. Every time I had this idea, I would go and talk to the advisors, and they were like, well, we can do this, but we cannot do that, you know? And they guide me to that, and my team through the whole process. And they helped us every step of the way with helping us financing. We were part of Small Business Commission in Netherlands. We went to European Union under NRC, and we learned a lot from Philips, from all these big players there. They invited us to their incubators, so we have a really good way to that national program that we were participating into. And I think we very successfully also represented Canada and Canadian small business when we were there too. And so we keep working with them along the way, and they keep supporting all our ideas. So I think that's a fantastic way to grow for organically grown companies like ours without massive investment from outside.
So you went on a trade mission?
Yeah, I went to the trade mission for a week, and we learned a lot. We met other entrepreneurs as well. We heard their stories, and you live with the people for a week. It was really, really cool. And that NRC provided that for us. And then we also pitched some big players. So we were on a cusp of getting in program with Philips and to solve their product lifecycle management issue. I turned out to be an expert in that, but they couldn't. Actually, NRC stepped behind us and founded Canadian portion of in a whole project, which was massive project, $12 billion project. but a Dutch company didn't get their support, came from Philips. You would think that's a slam dunk. We're a project manager as well in that, and choose to be a carrier of the project and holder of the IP for the whole project. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, as it sometimes happens. But it was a fantastic opportunity. I learned a lot.
Well, Boris had his friends who could fund him. I didn't have any friends. So how I started, I first started with providing service to the clinical trial patients. There are a lot of groups here at the UFA hospital, cancer hospital, where they do research-based trials. So I jumped over there, and that was my first revenue. So while working over there, when we went into R&D, at that point, I think my first approach was National Research Council's IRAP program, and it took me 6 months to convince the person or ITA to provide that money. But once we got that money, it was never looking back. We always progressed from there, and then along the way, we utilized Alberta Innovates programs and research associate, commercial associates, and so on. And during that time, we thought, okay, let's move to Vancouver. It's more, or Toronto. But when we looked at the atmosphere or the community, like the type of research dollars you get, that kind of research park, this type of atmosphere you get, you don't get that type of thing. So we decided that, okay, we'll stay in Edmonton itself, and we grew from here. So when our product was launched, so we needed some more dollars for the growth, and this is where we went to WD, Prairie, Can, whatsoever you call it, and this is their interest-free program, and we have taken 2 rounds, and we have already paid 1 round, which has already been paid. So we are a little bit more conscious to pay them back, and that's all. And now we are a revenue-generating company, so to some extent, we are now self-sufficient, and a little bit of investments from some advisors and yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so this is my last round of questions, and then I'll open it up to the floor, and then after that, we'll do networking. So my last question is that all of you have had a very interesting journey to get you where you are now, and you've spent a lot of time in the research park that has this great community. Can you share one interesting story so that people can also be part of that experience?
Yeah, I think this place has given us everything from connections to bringing people from outside. The one which, as a small company, which is very outstanding for us was, we got a call from Pfizer, and they said they want to have a meeting, and we decided that they are coming only for technical discussion. So me and Seema, my partner, we just pitched to this group of 3 people. One was on the board of Pfizer, one was their chief scientific officer for the whole, and one was their marketing guru for the whole world. So these 3 individuals, they were sitting, we pitched, and within half an hour, they said, okay, we are in. Within 2 or 3 weeks, we had the term sheet, and within 2 months, we had the agreement in place. So that, as a small company, I think that was something which we still cherish, and we worked with them.
And that deal was signed in this building?
That deal was signed in this building, yes.
Thank you. Boris?
Well, I wish I have that kind of deal. I never got that deal going. But I have a really good experience. Every time we go to solve these people problems, we're problem solvers. We get some people in a company that wish to their dreams to come true in their workplace. Meaning they tried something to fix for years that will make their lives easier. And we have very, very emotional responses. The people start crying, getting emotional, thanking us, through their heart, because we solved the problem they were working on for years and years. So every time we go to the new company, at least 1 or 2 people go there and show us that appreciation, and that's the biggest deal for me. That's why I'm in this business, and I really like it.
That's a great story. So you get people crying because of your software solutions being so great. Wow, that's impressive. I will say that Technology Alberta has had that experience in helping people find jobs with some of these great companies that the employers have been very, very emotional, and the students and job seekers have also been so grateful, including everywhere from a second-year student who have said that they have found their forever job in working for some of these tech companies. So.
A story?
A story, your favorite story that got you to where you are now, or is a good community story?
Yeah, I think, so this was about a customer, one of the largest steel companies in the world called Tata Steel in India. We are a company based out of Alberta, and we knew nothing about, like, at least I never won any deal in India, you know, and this was about $1 million project. And we were very new, and, you know, one of my business development guy, like, we had a really small team in India at that time. This is about 2019 September. And we won this deal by 2020 January, and we had a very small team. We don't know how to, you know, almost negligible revenue in India, don't know how to, you know, win projects there. Here we still had something, but we understood the customer, right? What are their problems? We had the right tech, and we looked at their, you know, RFQ specs and all that. So based on that, we figured out a strategy, and even the pricing strategy, and educated the customer about, you know, what they should do. They can get even better specs. We actually upgraded their specs. They didn't even know that there's a better product in the market. So we helped them to upgrade their specs and told them you can still you know, get a product within the budget that you're having. So we already eliminated our competition like that. And so that's how we won that project. And basically, after that, fast forward to now, Tata Steel does not work with any other condition monitoring vendor except NanoPrecise on a large scale that we are. Yep.
Impressive. Win by over deliver and educating the customer. Cool.
Yeah, I was listening to everyone talk, and I was just like, what story do I want to share? And
Dragon's Den.
Well, you know, so okay, I'll come back to Dragon's Den, but you know, there's so many small interactions that I've had in this building that have been so memorable. You know, just Rajan and Amanda, they're beaming smiles every day coming in, trying to, like, you know, corral everyone in the building to participate and get us to collide, and from that, like, I would have interactions with John Murphy. I remember, I think he came, I was in this office here, this tiny office, like, you know, 100 square feet, and he came in, I think it was like 7 o'clock at night. We sat here for like 2 hours, like, he was grilling me on my business, what I was doing. I've had calls with Rajan and Boris, you know, tearing apart my venture deck. Mahadi, like, you know, telling me how to write a grant. So there's been so many people here that have, like, supported us, that I've learned a lot. And even just from, like, a consumer electronic hardware, the guys over at Toku, like Andrew and Peter, have been, like, really supportive, just, like, you know, navigating supply chain shortages when all the chips were kind of in high demand, and how do you navigate that? Even Sunil and I had, like, conversations about that and complete. So the camaraderie that you have in this building was just, like, you know, it's very hard to replicate that anywhere else. But my favorite story actually is not, Dragon's Den was cool, but, like, it was actually when we applied for an innovation award at the Consumer Electronics Trade Show in 2019. So this is, like, the largest trade show in the world, and we won an award for, I can't remember, it was like wellness technology, and it was like this small company out of Alberta. I think there's only, like, in the history of that show, like, I think 3 or 4 companies that have ever won that. So that was kind of like the first kind of, like, hey, we can make an impact, and that was really cool. Dragon's Den. Yeah, so for those that you don't know, like, we were on the season premiere of Dragon's Den this season, and that was a really fun experience. And I think for me personally, I didn't realize how much support there was in the community. We had a watch party that we weren't planning on having. Like, you know, my colleagues were like, "Oh, what are you guys gonna do for the watch party?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe we'll go to my parents." And then my partner, and they're like, "No, you can't do that. We have to have a party." And so we, you know, had this big party, and 200 people showed up, and I'm like, "Holy shit! Like, this is like pretty cool." And it was really nice.
At Startup Edmonton downtown, like it was packed.
Yeah, we filled it, and we had like great food and, you know, great fun with everyone, and like we shared our story in terms of like behind the scenes, what that experience was like, and how everything that you see on the show is not necessarily what happens in real life, and so that was kind of fun to share. So that's our story.
Excellent. And actually, thank you for both stories, because it is, you know, a great example and experience that buildings like this that bring entrepreneurs together so that they can help each other as community, you know, you've demonstrated that in so many ways. In fact, I quite remember a story that Raj has mentioned before, in that about 5 years ago, 2 companies, and in fact, I think they were John Murphy's company with Stream and Mill and Mahadi's company with Clinesis, that were using AI. Those 2 companies were the only ones using AI about 5 years ago. Within 2 years, over half of the companies in this building were using AI because of that kind of collaboration. So community collaboration can accelerate everything, right, and growth of companies. So that's the whole premise of these kind of buildings and communities, and we see it being reality. What else can we say? You know, I see Isaac is here, and so great to have you here, Griselda. And in addition to helping entrepreneurs here, John and Mahadi, you know, we're talking to our friends at Prairies Can to say, you know what, you know, AI needs a lot of horsepower, so I think we're going to buy a server. You know what, I could tell this story, but John, why don't you tell this story? But come over here, John. Come on. And Mahadi, just because I can't see you doesn't mean that you aren't going to be talking.
There's Mahadi. He's actually the brains behind it. But you know what? Well, there's a lot of folks here. Anyway, we had an opportunity to think about what do we need to do to advance AI in Alberta and just help a lot of Albertans, and maybe even make this a bit of a destination province if we could do that. So we thought about getting a supercomputer. It would help in our own companies, but also help a lot of others. So I actually just went to NVIDIA, and I said to them, I said, I don't know anything about supercomputers, so you just give me your brochure and give me the one that is for the most expensive supercomputer you have. I don't know what it is, but just or the most expensive. And I took that brochure, and then I brought it back to the government. I said, we need this one. And thank heavens they didn't ask me why, because I'd have no reason But you know what? What happened is they really got behind it. They got behind the idea. It wasn't about the brochure. It was about what could this do for the community here in Alberta, in Edmonton. And then what really happened is the university got behind it. Prairie Cans got behind it. The money flowed, they commissioned it, they set it up, things are running, and it's an asset now for companies here in Alberta to just be able to use and help build their own organization and leverage. So, you know, it's really an example of the ecosystem coming together and listening and really just understanding where does it bring value to Alberta, and listening to industry. And so it was really an exciting kind of opportunity, and I'm just, you know, humbled to be part of it and suggest a few things that along the way. It was really Mahadi that kind of rallied all the troops and did all the hard work behind that, so, okay.
All right, thank you, John. And so if anyone has any other great ideas that would help build the community and the tech ecosystem, feel free to mention them to John, to Mahadi, to myself, to Raj, to the NRC-IRAP, to Rick Davidson. So with all of that, there's so much opportunity here, not to put a lot of pressure, but are there any questions from the audience? Over to you guys. Questions? Oh, Raj, thank you. Do you have a mic?
Sunil, because when you moved here to ATC, you had only 2 people, you and your other co-founder, right? And now you have 200, close to, I guess. Oh, 75, okay.
75, yeah.
How did you grow? This workforce? I mean, how did you created the job descriptions? And it's a very daunting thing, to hire 75 people in maybe 3 years, right? So.
Yeah. She takes credit for that, for sure. Gail Pauli is the person. But yes, apart from that, I think it comes down to like a lean startup mentality. So, initially we didn't have budget to, like, even before raising the first $1 million, I hired people with my own money on Upwork, freelancers, because freelancers, you can give them a very strict budget and timeline, and they have to deliver in that. So use that as much as possible to get to the like a MVP of MVP, minimum viable product as much as possible. And then from there, once you start getting some support, some funding, either from government, from private investors, slowly, you have to understand this is global economy. So I didn't immediately look to hire for a person here because, I can, but it's expensive. So I had to hire someone in India. And then once I got the first $1 million, I could hire a person here because for some, for R&D and all of that, you want them to be as close to the headquarters as possible. But things like some of the coding stuff, which just needs, some, quick programming and all that, which does not need to be strategized, you can outsource that there, right? And and for business development, I keep talking to Graham, like US is the biggest market, so first focus on that, hiring a good business development person there, right? And apart from here too, but so that's how it has to start with a very nimble, in a very nimble way, that lean startup mentality. So slowly we kept adding more and more people as we got more revenue, more funding, right? And definitely, we have to, it's a very a painful process that you have to redefine the job description as you grow the startup. So because what got you here will not get you there, right? So as John Maxwell says in his book, so it's basically you have to learn yourself and you have to question yourself that what I did 4 months back, even if I have to do that again, I need to question myself, will it work right now at this stage of the company? So you have to also understand that you have to evolve. And if you're not evolving, that is an injustice to the company. Yeah.
Thank you, Sunil.
Excellent. Any other questions? Thank you. Please do.
Thanks for sharing. And I recently started my business maybe 3 months ago. Some days I think it's the greatest thing ever. Some days I think I should just go get a job. And with the question I wanted to ask is, if you're giving somebody starting out advice, what would it be? Like, what are the pitfalls that a person starting out needs to avoid?
Get out of the office as quickly as you can and talk to your customers. You're gonna learn more outside of the office than you will be kind of sitting in front of the screen.
Couldn't give a better message than that. You covered it pretty well. Yeah.
Well done. And good to see so many people out of the office here, right? This is step one.
Make sure that you can survive on what you make. That's number one. Number two, surround yourself with people that you would like to be like when you get where you. So surround yourself with people that will offer you advice or help you around with that. The big thing is find yourself a good bank, good lawyer, and good accountant that you can tap in when you need it, because you will need it soon if you're successful. So these are these pieces that you can find, and these are all people. I mean, bank, bank account manager in your personal bank. Go talk to them, see what are possibilities, because you got to survive certain period of time. And if you stay aligned and your idea is successful in your own mind, the people around you will make you succeed in that attempt. So stay true to yourself, measure yourself correctly, and surround yourself with people that you want to aim to succeed with.
Yeah, I think they have said everything. The only thing I would like to add is give yourself at least 4 or 5 years and have some extra income, whether you work a couple of hours here and there, so that it brings you fresh mind or fresh ideas again as you go out of your comfort zone. But don't give up. And recently, not recently, just a couple of years ago, I heard that there are certain banks who invest in your ideas also on equity-based or debt-based solutions, so where you don't lose anything, but the bank takes bigger risk for a bigger chunk.
Any other questions? Any other questions to the audience? Thank you.
So whenever I tell people I'm from Edmonton, they ask me, oh, when are you moving? I don't want to move. I know, like Rajan Gupta touched on why he chose to stay in Edmonton and like start his business. Did any of the other co-founders decided or even considered some other city or some other country? And like, why did you choose to stay here rather than elsewhere?
I'll be a good client for that answer. I lived in 4 different continents and I've been all over the world. We have a unique ecosystem here of people. People in Edmonton are really nice people. That's one thing. We don't have hurricanes, we don't have earthquakes, we don't have wars. We didn't have war here for who knows how long. The last time there was, cowboys and Indians. I mean, there was no wars here. So it's a very, very safe environment that's built on a common British law that's very effective. It's very, very proven that works very well. People are super friendly. Yes, it's cold and it's difficult, but as you can see from this community here, I mean, there is a reason why we are successful in Edmonton here. I mean, I have operations in other places in the world, but I chose to stay here just because the environment that you can grow from wherever you came from, this environment here will allow you to grow.
Outstanding. Great question.
Yeah, I think I got asked this question quite a lot when I was raising investment. Like some of the people I know, they're like, why Canada? Just go to San Francisco, right? Like, why are you here, right? Everybody's like, where is Edmonton, Literally, I heard some people like, Edmonton, where is that? But I had one thing very clear, that when we grow, why are we doing business? We do business to make it profitable at some point of time. Not just keep raising money from investors and banks and all that, because as you know, what is happening right now with Silicon Valley Bank and others, this kind of Ponzi scheme is not what is wanted. You want a profitable business at the end of the day. And for that, it's very important to keep the costs down as much as possible, and but still be able to reach to your customers. I figured that the office rent here is pretty cheap, and that was my basic reasoning about all I need to find is just one good person who can invest in, and US is just right 2 flights away, 1 flight away, 2 hours away. I can reach out to customers anytime, and overall, like, salaries here are lesser than US, so lean startup mentality. So thinking about all of that, it made sense to me that, why shift to US and increase your expenses and give that share to investors, rather stay here, and if at all we need, we can do teleconferencing and all that. And fast forward 3 years, I think that was the best decision.
Yeah, I don't think I have too much to add on that. I think it really comes down to, actually, it comes down to what Boris said earlier about surrounding yourself with people who are aligned and will level you up, right? And so that doesn't necessarily have to be in Edmonton, but if there's somewhere that your particular business or your skill set can be leveled up, then that should be one. You shouldn't ignore it. Second is obviously personal reasons, right? And so for me, family is here, and that was important. And I still had smart people around me, so I was able to level up locally, so that worked out.
Excellent. Myself, I lived in Edmonton, Calgary, Vancouver, Toronto, and came back to Edmonton. So for a lot of the reasons, right? Community, friendly people. The fact that we don't feel like we're the center of the universe is really good, right? I like people who recognize the world as a big place and that we can contribute, not that it's not the reverse. So love being a contributor, love how everyone's contributed. I see it's already 5:30. What I'd like to do is have one more question and last words with each panelist, and then we'll just go back to Pi and networking. So the last question is, how can our audience help you and your companies? So with that, I'll start with umay Care and looking at the cool Rest device that everyone can buy, especially on their healthcare plan. But start with you, Ali.
I guess feedback. I think we're always looking to learn and grow. So if someone, even just going to our website and saying, this doesn't make sense, or, it's very helpful. And I think we're just looking for feedback. So that's it.
And how could they give their feedback? In addition to link in with any of these guys, everyone, and you should.
Yeah, absolutely. Like my email's ali@umay.care. And if there's something that, you're curious about or interested, I'd love to kind of hear it. I think for us personally, though, that where we need the biggest help is like expanding our team. And so if you know people who are curious and like to execute, regardless of discipline, we'd be happy to talk to them.
Thank you, Ali. Sunil.
Yeah, I think like a lot of what you said applies to us too, that we are looking for help on many fronts, like on introducing us to the clients that want our technology and can save carbon emission and improve certainty in their operation. We're looking for, any kind of, because we have a lot of new projects, like we're launching some energy harvesting project, so we definitely can't use investor money for that. So it's we don't know whether it will work out or not. So always looking to fund that with some kind of a, like a provincial money, like a research grant or something like that. So always looking to, right contacts at, NRC and all of that. So overall, basically, like we definitely need help, and please get in touch and follow us on LinkedIn.
Excellent. Okay, access to customers, access to capital, access to talent, right? Core needs. Okay, thank you.
So what I would like to ask is to tell our success story to local medium-sized businesses. We have tools and tool sets to help many local businesses in East area, around the highway, around Edmonton, Alberta, Calgary. We've been working mostly with the big brands and solving their problems worldwide for many years, and then we designed a medium-sized product here for this market just before pandemic kicked in. And we would like to tell that story of the solutions that we have provided in a very efficient way to the companies here that they cannot find a solution in the market. They can integrate all their production, development, multi-sourcing, distribution, everything in one package that's web-based, that kicks butt to anything else they've seen on the market. But we need to tell the stories of our Frontech company and our products.
Interesting. So you want people to help share the story of how you sold to large corporates so you can sell to small corporates.
That's right. We optimize and automate these guys, and return on investments are crazy. Like it's just unreal what returns we got for these big companies. We did studies on that as well, and we have slides to show. But we want to tell this story locally, which is kind of reversed than anybody else is doing. Everybody else starts, locally and then goes there. We fix all these things all around the world, in Asia and Europe and here and there, and now we want to sell our product here in a smaller version of it because this is where the home is.
Excellent. Okay, let's help sell a success.
Yeah, I think they have added everything. The only thing I can say is, like, if you guys have any question or if you face any problems on any front, which we have gone through while starting this company, we are always ready to share. And again, word of mouth is the one which we're always looking for. We never advertised it anywhere as of now. And it was always word of mouth from one company to another or from one person to another. And that's it from my side.
Excellent. Well, that's a kind way to end, in that I'm asking them to let everyone know how they can help you, and the offer back is that they want to help you. All right, everyone. Thank you. Please help me in thanking our panel today. So with that, I will let you go back to Pi and network, and we have another half hour. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and please eat some pie. Thank you, everyone. Bye now.